My finest be hard as
All right, we are back. We are back. Everybody, please unmute your mics. We got a packed house in this thing tonight, if you haven't noticed. So everybody, welcome back to Atlanta Podcast Season 2. I don't know what episode this is, but we got a lot of folks. We brought everybody in from jump. And I don't know if we're going to intro everybody out, but let me start with my co-hosts, Tia, Hulk, and Skip. How was your week?
Oh,
I'm
man.
Had a great week.
already.
Awesome
Well,
week.
engaging.
Yeah.
Great
to
week.
say the least.
Awesome week.
Oh, crap. I'm getting feedback already. Hold on.
Somewhere.
Who doesn't have headphones on that's on this screen? Raise your hand if you ain't got headphones on. Okay, nobody's raising their hand. All right, we're going to have to thug it out. Anyway, so if you didn't see from the video title, tonight is Ladies' Night. Look at all these beautiful ladies, everybody. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
So we have... Oh, Jesus Christ. Does somebody got YouTube playing in the background? Anybody on the show with YouTube in the background? Shut it off. If you do, I'm hearing feedback, please. If you have YouTube in the background, shut it off like ASAP. All right, let's do this. I'm going to put some of y'all backstage so I can determine who this is. Hold on. Let's do this. Oh, see, it mysteriously disappeared.
Lori lady said she didn't have headphones.
Might be Miss Hemi.
No, Lori lady said she didn't have headphones. I told you, she raised her hand.
Oh. Who did?
Miss Lawyer.
Oh, lawyer lady. She tripping. Hold on. Let me see.
She raised her hand when you asked the question, is what I'm saying.
Oh, did she? Okay, I missed it. All right. So.
Hey, it might be because my computer is giving me problems, so I may have to log on from.
No, it wasn't you. It wasn't you. We figured out.
Sure
It wasn't. It was not you, Miss Hemi. My apologies. Okay. So, Miss Lawyer Lady, we might have to kick you in and out until you find some headphones. When you find some headphones, put it in the private chat, please, ma'am. Moving on. So you guys, this week was good. Now we're looking like the Brady Bunch. Look at that. I like this look better. I don't know what y'all think.
I do.
This is good.
Well, there's something all in my face.
So, well, I can't do nothing wrong with that. Hold on, let me do that.
Oh, you can't.
There you go. How's that? That makes you feel better? You warm and fuzzy now?
Man, you can take me off the screen.
Put you everywhere. Put you in the middle, man. You the daddy of the group. Let me put you in the middle.
Uncle Skip.
Anyway, so no introductions is really needed for all of these lovely ladies, and I'm just gonna go down the list in no particular order. So first we got 2013 Deadpool, aka Miss Sherry.
Hey, Sherry.
Hello.
We also have this young lady who is off the screen right now, the Plug's lawyer. We also have Miss Hemi _ Queen _ the _ street. Damn it, give it up.
Yeah.
Queen of the streets.
Y'all better know. So, yeah, we're going to get more on each person. And we also have the lovely Almond Joy.
Almond. I miss you,
Peter
Almond.
Paul Lumber Jones got nuts. Peter Paul Mouse don't be calls.
We also got
Oh.
Solo Beast Mode, who's been on the show. Which episode she was on? Was it
They
How
don't
Much You
remember.
Finished?
They
What
don't
was the title?
remember. Don't worry
What
about
was
it.
the
They
title
don't
of
even
it?
remember.
Okay. I don't know. No, I think it was the Elephant in the Room show
Yes.
she was
Yes.
on.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey,
Yes.
Beast Mode.
Yes. All right. And then,
Yeah.
let me do something. Sorry.
Be hot one.
V Hot One is Miss Vanessa from Camaro Nation, the first lady. Give it up for her.
The hot one.
Yeah.
Okay, the hot
V Hot
one.
One.
Hey. Okay.
A mess. A mess.
And let's see if she worked. Okay.
There she goes.
Oh, she got
There she-
headphones.
There's Miss Lawyer Lady. Okay. So now, all right. So I'm just gonna kick this thing out, and I'm gonna try to make it juicy. So are you ladies ready?
Yeah.
So we're about to have
Absolutely.
Yes.
Ready.
we're about to have an
Ladies are
open and
always
honest.
ready.
Yeah, we're about to have an open and honest conversation about car culture. It's ladies' nights. We want you ladies not to hold back. I hope you got thick skin, and I hope you can deal with the bullshit because it's coming. So
Yeah.
Oh my.
So I'm gonna kick this thing off with a real, probably sensitive question. But my question, and I can toss it to anybody, whoever starts speaking first, just go ahead, have at it. Are men and women equal?
What? Wait a minute. What?
I can't understand.
In what?
That's a
Equal in what?
loaded question.
Equal
in what
Thursday.
diameter?
Yep.
Mark, you gotta ask that question better. On the
Well,
car
skip.
scene,
Well, Skip.
in life.
I wasn't talking to you.
Shut up!
Did you notice that the ladies
Okay, but I'm
had
gonna be quiet then
literally
because
no
that
lady
to me is
answers you?
because that don't make sense. Are we equal? What the hell?
Well, that it was a secondary. It was a follow-up
he
question.
said, but see, he
Pause.
said, he said, at the
No,
beginning,
I don't.
it's on the
think
car
we're
scene.
equal.
Everything car single.
This is for the car culture.
Yeah.
So I got to preference my
No,
question.
I
now,
don't
Skip?
think men and women are equal.
Okay. What else? Who else want to chime in? Where did she go? Miss Amy. Hold on. All
She
right.
might be switching to a phone.
So y'all don't think they're equal?
Somebody said it, but
I think that's a loaded question. And before we go to that question,
I don't.
Before we go to that question, let's just talk about the car future being female. Okay. Period. We've seen more women, more and more women working in the auto industry than ever before. Okay. More women racing cars, more women fixing cars, and more women in the car club community. More women spending money on cars. Let's start there, okay? So I got facts. So I'm not sure if you guys know that Mary Barra is the CEO of GM, female. Okay. Pamela Fletcher is the vice president of
TJ,
innovation
I
for
agree
GM.
with you.
Okay. I can go on. Linda Jackson is the CEO of the French car company.
TJ, I agree.
Does she have a delay? You got a delay,
think so.
lawyer lady?
I think she's got a delay.
Dollar.
I got
Damn
more.
near-
Trudy
I don't
Hardy,
have
vice
dollar.
president of
I
marketing.
don't
Skip,
have.
she better load one of them discs up. She done ran out of them discs. She got to go back to Target to get one of them discs. Go ahead. Go ahead, TJ.
All right. Trudy Hardy is the vice president of marketing at BMW North America. Our sister, Alicia Bowler Davis, is the executive vice president of global manufacturing for GM. Tia Norfleet is the first African-American to receive the NASCAR driving license. And Brianna Daniels is the first African-American NASCAR pit member. We doing a damn thing, okay? That's just a few. That's just a few women. So the question, whether or not men and women are equal, mister, that's a loaded question. However, we are doing what we do in the car club community. And that's why it's important for us to bring these women here tonight. So the real question is, does the dominance of masculinity in the car culture deter women from being in the game? That's the question. How about that? Ladies?
Determine what in the game? I didn't
Can I
hear.
pick it back?
Say that
Can I
again.
piggyback off what you were saying?
Sure.
So,
Sure.
okay, great. I can say yes, and the reason I say that is some men will assume that a woman wouldn't know how much car parts are, may not do their research. There are men or shops or whatever that are just turn around and tell you anything, when it comes to just regular maintenance on your vehicle. My suggestion is if you don't know as a woman, do your research yourself. Uh, you need to know about the mechanics of your car because some men will try to undermine you and say, hey, you know what? You don't know about cars. You just put some paint on it, some rims on it, but you really don't know what's going on. So I feel as if you most definitely need to, if you don't know, find out. Because I've seen a lot of women have paid to get their vehicle fixed, rather, they'll say it's the alternator and it's something else. So you got to really know what's going on with your vehicle.
Right.
Absolutely.
Real quick, let me say something about what you just said about the women going to car shops to get their cars fixed or whatever. It was a big stigma that a woman shouldn't go to a car shop by herself because she'll get taken advantage of by the mechanics or what have you. But one of the reasons why y'all are here now is because you guys are the ones that's shooting that stigma down. When you take your car to a shop, you know what it is it needs. You just need somebody to fix it because that's not your field. Like Miss TJ said, there are women mechanics. There are women that do everything. So one of the reasons why we got y'all on here is because y'all all contribute to this car community in a big way in one way or another. So the stigma that you were talking about is starting to be erased because of women like y'all. You understand what I'm saying? Women in the industry like y'all, if you have brake problems, you don't need no shocks. You don't need no alignment. You just need some brakes. Whereas those are the things that they normally would tell a woman. So part of the reason why Mr. came up with this episode about phenomenal women and legendary women on the car scene is because of what you guys have done and are going to continue to do it to drive this thing forward in the future. But
Be Smoke, go ahead.
So,
well, I just want to say, y'all know y'all talking to a certified ASM for Nissan. So I'm one of those people you see that when you come in a dealership, and like you said, I try to change the stigmatism of that because I have older women customers and I have a lot of women customers, period. So I try to educate them on their cars so that way they'll know what's wrong with their car, for one. And two, sometimes, they just get in their car and drive. And I try to tell them, you can't just get in your car and drive. Like, you need to know when it needs maintenance, when the oil needs change, and I show them certain things on their car. So I just want to say that. That's it.
That's what's up. So TJ, did you have a second part of that question?
well, no one answered it. Does male dominance deter
I
women
don't
from
think they
being
hear
in
it.
the car game?
No.
Does no. So the question is, the answer is
No.
Okay. So how do new women overcome that stigma?
I'm gonna leave
Overcome
it.
this.
I think I have a pretty good solution to that. If you get in the car game and you don't know what's going on,
Whoa. Who has YouTube on? Jesus Christ.
But if a woman comes in the car game fresh, and what I mean by fresh is you see this and you see some phenomenal women and you say, you know what, I want to do that. And you go buy a car that can be fixed up. And you come in asking all of the rookie questions. Hey, what I need to do, where I need to go. Yeah, that applies. But if you come in with a vision, like you, Miss TJ, you knew what you wanted to do. You know where you want to go. So you can't be misled or treated less than because you have a vision. Now the road it takes to get there, you may need a man to help you or point you in the right direction. But if you come in all like a child, all wild-eyed and excited about it, you're gonna get taken advantage of. So I guess that.
So okay. So how long have you guys been in the car culture individually? Miss Almond, Beast Mode, Mrs. Ghost.
I'll one at a time.
However you guys want to answer it.
Okay.
I've been in the game a long time. Yeah, I wasn't going to say the years and tell on myself, but I've been in the game a long time, and everyone knows that I want to kind of go backwards before the ladies do that and tell you how many, because most ladies don't want to tell you how many years. But Skip, to your point, people will try to take advantage of ladies, bottom line, in the card game. And if you don't have the right support network when you come into the game, you absolutely, positively will be. So it's kind of critical that, yes, you need to get into the room, right? And the way that you enter into the room and the way that you carry the room and the way that you exit the room is important, right? So your integrity and the way you hold yourself commands that respect. So I wanted to make sure that it was noted that when Skip said, hey, you could be led astray and you might come in with a vision. Not everybody comes in with a vision. When I came into the card game, I didn't come into the card game at first. My husband came to the card game, right? And I followed along, and I didn't know any better about anything. I didn't know the difference between a supercharger versus a turbocharge, right? But you, by osmosis, you learn some things. So to your point, Skip, it's nature versus nurture, meaning whoever you come in, when you come in new, and this is important for those of you that are just tuning in, when you come into the game, seek those with a reputation that's what? Reputable, that is upstanding, that people that have integrity, that people want to be around, and they're around them for a reason. If you're solo dolo, which you can be, right, for whatever reason that is, because you want to keep out a mess, that's great too, right? We have all different types of genres, but I'm telling you, make sure you have the right support, because to Skip's point, that's important. But ladies, how many years? Sorry.
Go ahead, Almond.
First, I want to say that the card game started in Florida for me. And so prior to me coming to Atlanta or Georgia, back in the 90s, I was riding around with bowling ball paint.
You say
And
bowling ball
white wall
paint?
rims.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, you never
I
seen
don't
the
know
bowling
if y'all
paint, John?
remember the bowling ball paint,
I do.
but
Yes.
yeah, so that can tell you it started way back then. And then I moved here to Georgia in 2007, but I didn't jump in the game until about 2012. And actually, I met Miss Hemi. And when I met Miss Hemi back then, everybody was giving out cards. You want to join my card club? You want to join my card club? It was funny back then. It was everybody had cards, no cards when they recruit or whatever. I received a card from her, and it went from there. And I never left. You know?
Okay.
Wow.
Who's next?
Beast Mode?
Well, I grew up around cars. So my dad used to take me to car shows as a child, and I kind of fell in love with it. Then I actually got involved around like the car show scene. I want to say about 2014, I started coming around, but I was just popping up to shows, looking at stuff. And then back in 2016 or end of 15, one of the two, that's when I joined the car club per se. And then just been around ever since. I mean, I have a love and passion for cars. I went to school for collision repair. I work in the field, so it's just secondhand to me to be around cars.
Awesome.
Miss Plugs, lawyer lady.
Firstly, let's call
The
her by her
Plugs
name.
lawyer or Tiffany.
Yes.
Please. Because there are other people that have lawyer ladies' names, but I know my name. I'm the Plugs lawyer or Tiffany M. Simmons. So anyway, I have had a love of cars since I was born. Honestly, my dad used to sell cars, so I was always around cars and fast cars. I actually became the first lady of a car club a couple of years ago. I'm no longer with a car club right now, but I still love cars. And I appreciate the Gassed Up Maniacs in Atlanta for bringing me and introducing me to the car club life. And I love it. I enjoy being here. So thanks for having me on the show.
Oh,
Thank you for being here. Thank you for
yeah.
being here.
Miss Deadpool?
It is fun.
I guess I'm the car virgin in a way. It'll be a year since I've had my car next month. And I've actually, my first show, I think, was the end of September, maybe beginning of October. But what got me into it, I don't know if you guys know Dejoka. He took me to a show, like, I think in 2018, and like Charlie Daniels with the bass and everything, all these different color cars. I was like a kid in a candy store, and I seen it. I was like, oh my God, I want to do this. But of course, like you said, Miss Ghost, a lot of us are like, how do we do this? And Tia, you gave me motivation, because I'm like, oh, I can't do this with a Mercedes. But anyway, in my past relationship, I was challenged. Oh, you can't be part of the club if you don't have a car. So I went and got a car, and from then on, I've just been going hard. So
last but not least,
the queen.
The queen of the streets.
Queen of the street.
I
Miss
finally
Hemming.
got in. Okay.
The question was, how long you been in the game?
Since about 2005. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay, great.
Okay.
Yeah, since
Cool.
about 2005.
Okay, great. All right. TJ, back to you.
So let's talk about, what you guys feel about the car club community, car culture right now. What you feel about specifically what's going on in Atlanta, and just we hear, as Mr. would say, the streets are saying,
talking.
the streets have been saying that, it's not fun anymore. So what do you guys think about, just the car club community as a whole and it not being fun anymore?
Try not to monopolize tonight. Y'all know I can talk.
Go ahead, talk, please.
Just think about that. Everywhere I go, it's a party. Everybody knows me. I bring the party. So when you say something is not fun, that's because that's who they are. If it's not fun to you, it's not fun to you. You, to me, right? Either light up the room or you don't. So in my mind, when I come in, it's what you bring to the game. That's the whole point. It's what you bring to the game. Beast Mode brings her experience. You understand what I'm saying? Armin brings her experience. I bring who I am with the personality. Everybody is different. So when you come into the game, and if you've been in it for a minute, there are things that can deter you. There are negative things that occur, and it's about you and your staying power. It's whether you choose to leave or stay. But the game is the game. And people still swerving, drifting, doing stuff right, in and out, up and down. None of that is going to change. Now we have what they call a culture right now, where there is certain sides of town. There's drag racing. There are things where people have lost their lives over really, really things that shouldn't be occurring, right? So when you see loss of life, I think that's where people are getting. Let's get to the crux of it. Why people are saying it's not fun anymore, because people are putting people at danger in dangerous situations unnecessarily. I would say. So that's kind of where that is stemming from. That's the background of that. You're hearing, in the streets, okay, if you got all the bike riders, right? Or if you have, the racers racing one night, somebody loses their life, you can't bring that life back. So that's where they're saying, no, it's not fun anymore, because you can't do this, you can't do that, all the things we used to do.
That's a good question, Mrs. Ghost. So is it just the men that are out there wilding and burnouts? Is it any ladies involved with that, or is that a male-dominated violation?
Yes, there is.
It's women. It's women involved too.
And
everybody thinks it's all guys.
No, it's not. I know for a fact.
We all agree it's women involved.
Oh yeah, I know one woman has burnt up some of my tires a couple of times.
That's right.
So you trying to be shady?
Back to the question. Back to the question.
Well, I'm one that won't be burning tires because they cost too much.
Thank you.
Damn right.
Back to the question that Ms. Ghost answered. One of the things you were saying is about what you bring to the show. The conversation that Beast Mode and I had a couple of weeks back, was not just pertaining to that aspect of it. One of the aspects she and I agreed on is the fact that it's getting stagnant. It's always the same cars. You want to see something different. You want to do something else to liven the show or liven the scene. Like, for instance, I work with Nobi, which we host the biggest car shows in the United States. We have other things going on at these car shows all day long to keep people, like you said, intrigued. Let's go over here and watch the hydraulic hop off. Let's go over here and watch the truck tug of war. Let's go over here and watch, the drifting or something else. So one of the things that we can add to the answer to your question was we need to change it up. We need to have car club games like tug of wars, like 3-point shooting or stuff like that, to where the clubs can come now and not just park and mingle, but you know what? Get their best athletes or the strongest guys or girls or whatever to participate in these competitions. It's something I'm working on, trying to get it close to the end of this year to where we can have car club games also. You see what I'm saying?
Great
Where
idea.
something that everybody can participate in, regardless of whether you're all girls or all guys or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
So that, to me, will help spice up the car scene. And people won't have time to do all this because everybody's focused on something else. Because stagnants will have you say, let me go do a burnout. Or let me fly off in front of the crowd or something and cause all these accidents and deaths and whatnot. So I think that is one of the things, too, that's affecting the car scene.
And you have to be careful with that because, Camaro Nation, I'll be honest with you. We started with, let's do the water guns. I'll never forget, we were at a car show. I think it was changing lanes back in the day. And to your point, we always want to do tug of war, kickball, anything that's different, we have always been involved in. And what happens is people got complaints. I can't believe you're shooting water near my car. Then we wanted to do the foam. And then there was an issue with that. And then you talked about the kickball and tug of war. We did tug of war at one of our shows. And so, because we're to your point, you're trying to keep what you're talking about is the entertainment factor. Those are for people that are really not gearheads and not just looking at the car and every component of the car, but they want to be entertained holistically. So you're talking about diversity and entertainment. They want something else, maybe some performers, like you said, the games, all those components. So, but you have to be careful with that because once again, that's an extra layer of responsibility, fraud protection, insurance, all these things, somebody breaks their ankle. Because we have tried in the past some of those games, and so with that comes that extra responsibility. So I just want to put that out there. That's kind of what bothers us because we wanted to always think of something different to do, but then there's always a layer of complexity behind it. So that's where I think you get the stagnancy point was you get people that have been in the game for quite some time, so they're used to seeing all those cars. But what about the person that just came on the scene? And they haven't seen all these cars before, right? Gotcha. So that's what, to your point, like that holistic, let's have a whole bunch of fun, right? So that they have come away from the event feeling like they were captured on many levels, not just the car level. I think that's where it's taking us. I think that's where it's taking us.
But I also agree with you also, Ms. Ghost, when it comes to, like, when I go to a car show, I have fun. I just like being around other people who like being around cars. And that is enjoyment to me. I don't have to have all the hoo-ha's and all the bells and whistles. Just being around people who love cars like I do, some people I can trade ideas with, talk with, bounce ideas off of and learn from and get different stuff from. I find that enjoyable. I find it so much fun,
Right.
I bring the party too. When I go to a car club, I bring the party too.
One of the Beyonce.
Huh?
I was just gonna add. I agree
I agree with Miss Ghost. I mean, I'm kind of new to the car scene, and every time I go, even like last Sunday, we went to DJ Threat show, and all those candy-coated cars. Oh my God, Miss Hemi's car, all of those cars. When we walked around, I was like I said, I'm like a kid when I see stuff like that, and I'm, impressed. So every time I go to a car, whichever one, car show, that I see something different, it makes me want to say, oh, I got to do this. I got to step my game up. I got to do something more. So to me, it's still fun. It's still exciting for me. It's motivational.
Absolutely.
Okay. One of the reasons why I brought up the club games is because back in 06, 07, I had it organized. We didn't have as many car clubs we have now, but 8-time riders, changing lanes, Crown Vic, my club, the Shut It Down Boys, we had softball teams. We had flag football teams. We did all of these things at Welcome All Park and everywhere else to where it was, we call each other out and go have fun, go play softball, go do whatever. So it can be done. And the thing you were saying about people's cars, if we're doing these sports or whatever it is we choose to do, whether it be tug of war or whatever, we're going to be away from the cars. So all of the, I try my best to make sure that when I'm at a car show, if I get that microphone, we're going to laugh. We're going to have fun. We're going to do whatever. I try to keep people engaged. And this is just another idea that I'm formulating of trying to get back together with all of the people that we have now so we can continue to have this fun and improve the car show scene. You know, with the following and the things that I have where people will migrate to me, so to speak, I want to make sure that it doesn't stay stagnant. It keeps continuing. Like when you're hyped up about going to a show and you're old school like us, you know, we've been out here since 04, 05, 06, then that's a good thing. But like to the conversation that Beast Mode and I had on Facebook a couple of weeks back, some people are tired of saying the same thing. And I get it, but there's not too much you can do when the older school guys don't want to bring their cars out or it's just the same stuff. So when you go to adding things in that people would like to see, whether it's spectating or participating, I think that'll get the energy back into, you know what, skipping them doing the tug of war with it this weekend. I want to go see who's going to win, you know, whatever the case may be. So that was the reason why I brought that up, because I do want to put it out there and get feedback on it.
You know what I think also when it comes to why some of the old schools are not coming out, because the last couple of car shows we went to, there was nothing but old schools. I think it was like small handful, like 3, 4, 5 new school cars, and all the rest was old school.
But those are old school based car shows.
Yes.
Yeah, that's because they're starting to split themselves off from the new school category because of the things that are going on. So you have to look at everything in a whole, and then just like there's some car shows where the new schools get looked over the old schools and vice versa. So it has to be a balance between both for it to be able to come together.
But see, that's where advertisement comes into effect, because if people advertise to their base, it makes it so much easier for the people to come out. Like if I'd have known about the 2 car shows I went to this weekend that they catered to the old schools, I wouldn't have went. You know, and I'm pretty sure some of the old schools, if they knew that they was catering to the new schools, they probably wouldn't come either. But if you advertise accordingly, it's so much easier. But
that's what I'm saying. Why can't it be for both?
It can.
We shouldn't just need to cater to one genre of cars here and then one over here. If we can bring it together to make it to where, okay, wow, they got a mean old school category over here. Wow, they got a mean new school category. Look at the bikes, look at the trucks.
So that's a good question.
You know, it's bringing everybody.
Yeah.
Can the new school really compete with old school?
Yes.
Or do you do
it's not
like
it's based on the judges.
I don't even. Can I join in?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't even think it's a competition thing. It's making, like she just said, making space for everybody. But I wanted to kind of agree with Wayne as well about, you know, you bring the fun, you bring vibe, you bring your energy to whatever situation, and that's just what it is. I think COVID hit a lot of us as well. Even though I'm new to the car club community, COVID kind of hit and a lot of stuff stopped. And I know when I was participating more in the car club that I was, you know, participating with, we did smaller things because of COVID. So I think, you know, revamping some of the old stuff that was going on in a newer way to involve people, or at least give them opportunities, would be something good to do. I would love to see old school cars and new school together. I don't want to have to split up activities, you know, just because, you know, this is not an old school car or whatever. So I think those are all great ideas to kind of get people back acclimated to, you know, I guess what this new normal is, and being still outside, having meetups, you know, where people can enjoy themselves. Yeah.
But see, it comes with the judges. If the judges cater to the old schools, that's what you're going to get. If they cater to the new schools, what you get. If the judges love them all, it makes it so much easier to bring them all together.
It does. And that's up to the organizer too. because we have to really make a conscious effort to have unbiased judges who are well qualified. This takes energy and time to do your research. All of that is involved, and then to make sure you ask those questions. What is your preference when we interview a judge, right, for our car show? So that's a lot of work that goes into that. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think half of these car shows put more than 5 minutes into who they think is going to be their judges in their car show, because they're biased. They've used the same people. We use different people for things almost every year. People are always getting something new. And I think that's the key to your point, because we're looking for a real unbiased feel. And that makes people want, in my opinion, want to bring out the old schools, the new schools. And we made a conscious decision on our flyer, Jeeps, to speak to all different types of genres of vehicle, so that we have this big, diverse fun pot when you come to the show. Because I think that's what makes the show to you, but that's why it gets stagnant. Who wants to just sit there? And then, like to Hulk's point, who wants to come? If he had known it was just going to be catered to all old school, that was a waste of money for him, right? So they're very valid point, but I think we have to make space. And the way to do that is to take time to do research, because we had to do it.
Okay, now.
Almond,
watch
go
this.
ahead.
Almond,
Almond, go ahead.
Well, I think it's just the organizer. It has nothing to do with the judges. And this is the thing. If an organizer hosts a car show and their following are mostly old school and they've been doing it for years, that's who's gonna come. If Hope was to do a car show, 9 times out of 10, he's gonna have new school cars because those people know him. But then also, when you look at the flyer, you can see if they have categories, you can kind of tell what kind of show it's going to be.
Sometimes.
So I feel like, sometimes, not all the time, but, street whip, for instance, like, that's just one that I know. You got to come hard. It's old school.
Okay, now, if y'all think about it, there are 2 car shows that have old school and new school car shows at all their shows. That's Stunt Fest and that's Street Whips. When you go to those 2 shows, you're going to see all the old cars over here. You're going to see all the new school cars over here. Now, to Almond's statement, it's about who's hosting the show, whether these people will come. So it's not about getting them to come together. It's about, number one, having enough space so they can be away from the new school guys and still be in the show. And it's about the organizer getting them there, because they know at Stunt Fest, if you got an old school and looks good, you're going to win. At Street Whips, normally, if you got an old school or a new school, they're going to have judges to pick those people. So I took a little bit of offense to what you said, Ms. Ghost, about judges and shows. I am a judge, and I don't think there's a judge on the planet more fair than me. Now, that's me. But when you say you got different people judging, if all they like is a certain vehicle, then that means you have to have a judge for every single category. In my opinion, from being a judge of many shows, I judge the biggest car show in the world. So, or in the United States, I'm gonna say that because there's some cross seas. But when you have these big shows or whatever, and you got a person that likes big wheels, then that's all that person needs to judge. If you have a person that likes old school, and since he's known like I am, you can't say, well, you know what, man, since you're such a good judge of old school, we're going to put you on the new school too. Because they're going to feel slighted because he's looking for something in new schools that's only in old schools and vice versa. So me being at the age I am and have seen and has been around as many cars as I am, I think I'm versatile enough to do it. Now, am I putting myself out there to say, hey, get me first? Yeah. Because I don't think I can be pushed back saying, oh, you don't know about them, because I have them all. I've judged them all. I've seen them all. Now, I get it. I'm not everybody's taste. It's what it is. I can't get all the jobs. But if you go to a car show and you pick random people to judge your car shows, you're going to get a whole bunch of complaints.
I don't think that's what she's saying.
That is not what I said at all.
I didn't say you said that. Jesus.
You said you took offense to what I said.
I took offense to what you said about different judges that are people using the same people to judge the shows. I'm the person. I'm that person.
So Skip, hold on. I think what she's saying is just trying to do some diversity, because there is a bunch of the same judges at car shows, at least locally, right? So
exactly.
mixing up the judges is all that she's saying that they try to do. Is to just
And
have a
putting
little bit of
research
diversity.
into making sure, to Skip's point, because Skip, you said you took offense to it, but I want to make sure you're clear on what I said. I said it took time for us to do research, and we have to do it every year because we're trying to have diversity in our judging, but we need them to be well qualified. So let me be real clear about this, not just willy-nilly picking a judge. We've been in the game long enough to pick qualified judges who we have grilled and drilled down to, oh, they're really well-rounded. They're not picking. And if somebody asks you today, Skip, are you well-rounded and can you judge any car show? You think you can, right?
I have done it.
Okay, so then there's other judges out there that think the exact same thing, and we've grilled them that way based on our knowledge base. And that's what I'm saying. Do the work. These organizers, to Almond's point, are not doing the work. They're using the same people. People feel stagnant. That's where these rumors come from, which is, hey, I'm sick of seeing the same judge. Hey, I'm sick of going to see the same car. That's where all those things come from. Because people are not putting no effort. I was talking about the effort that's being put into it to have diversity in judging. You have to put the research behind it.
I understand that completely. But go ahead.
Well, I was going to say I have another question. Just wanted to shift gears a little bit. Why do you think there is a best male car and a best female car in shows when women cars are, Miss Hemi, all you guys have amazing cars. Let's not lie and lie to ourselves that us women are coming pretty strong. Why is there a separate category for best female?
In my opinion, the reason the category came up, in my opinion, in the first place was because there were a lot of women that were deserving of a Best of Show award, but there was this one man's car that's just awesome. Like, for instance, Comedian Vet. It's an awesome car. It's hard to beat it. But if Miss Hemi pulls up, what do we got?
What do you do?
That's my opinion of why it came up. You understand what I'm saying? So in the beginning, I think it was because there were women that were deserving of this award.
Can I say something?
Yeah, shoot. Go ahead, Miss Amy.
My phone keeps going in and out.
You good? Go ahead.
Okay.
Damn it.
But yeah, until she gets back, I think in the beginning it was because there were deserving women, but there was at that time always a man's car that was just way better. So in the beginning, I think that's why it was to reward the women, to keep them coming and to keep them motivated to come.
Go ahead, Almond.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna start doing this so we know who to talk.
You might have to correct me, but at first, when they were doing a king of the show, there was never a queen of the show. If I'm not mistaken, I remember shows where the name of the show would be king of the show, and that king of the show would win. So I think that was another reason why it was switched over as well.
Because it was called king of the show, and a woman couldn't win king of the show. Okay.
Correct.
Go ahead, Miss Almond. What was you trying to say?
Miss Hemi.
Miss Hemi, I mean, what did I say? Miss Almond.
Okay, what I want to say is my phone keeps going in and out, so I want to get it out really quickly. But when I go to compete, I don't only compete against females. I try to compete against the males too. I have gotten calls after a car show saying, "Hey, I'm sorry. I apologize to you."
Golly. I want to finish that for her because we had this conversation. I'm not going to call that show. I'm going to let her call that show out. But I talked with her after that. What she
It was on my post.
Yeah,
it was on my post.
I'm going to remove her so she can come back.
What show was that? What show was that one?
We don't air, and I ain't blasting nobody. I'll tell you. Somebody else will tell you. I try not to blast people unless they just.
We'll let her tell you.
Yeah, she said because she was the one that was offended, but that reverberated through the whole city. I wasn't there, and I heard about it before the show was over.
That was my original question. That's why I wanted to kick it off with, are men and women equal? Because I wanted to ask the question, okay, well, if men and women are equal in car culture, then why is it a best female, best male? That's why I was leading before Skip heads blew off. So anyway, go ahead.
Actually, I interrupted, so that was my fault. I interrupted.
It's amazing how I get blamed for everything.
It's your fault. Anyway, moving on. What else you got, TJ? It's ladies' night. Let's keep it going.
Ladies'
this is a
night.
celebration. It's a celebration.
Well, ladies,
is.
well, watch this.
Celebration.
Ladies, do y'all have a question that y'all want to answer or want to put out there, or a statement that y'all want to put out there to the world since y'all now are on the show? Anybody?
I do. Who's the first female African American to own a NASCAR team?
Oh,
everybody think about that.
Oh, I ain't talking about no Jeopardy. They're gonna bring Jeopardy to the show. Miss CJ, answer the question.
Yeah. I know the answer.
I don't know.
I'm telling you.
I don't know.
And she has two
CJ
children.
do got a whole bunch of notes over there.
Female race car drivers.
Well,
Melissa
name one of
Harvey LeBron is her name. And we are doing it in the industry, to TJ's point. So that's my question. I want you to just think differently. Think differently. Women are doing it, and we're bosses while we're doing it.
Okay.
I totally agree. I love the fact that the women are really killing the game, and y'all been doing it for years. And y'all need this recognition for a long time, and I'm loving that y'all getting all the recognition that y'all deserve.
Question to Ms. Allman. I know you've been in the game a long time because I've been out here a long time. What's changed for women from the early days when there was a handful of car clubs to now where we got 30 car clubs?
30?
What's changed for women?
40, 50.
5,000. How about that? Is that better?
60 cars. So.
But what, in your opinion, Alma, what's changed for women in the last 10 years?
Good question.
And I asked you that because you've been out here the longest outside of Miss Hemi. She's back now, but go ahead.
Okay, well let Miss Hemi finish.
Yeah.
Can you hear
Hold
me?
on. Let me unmute her. Hold on. One second. There we go. Go ahead.
We got
Go ahead, Miss Hemi.
Okay, yeah, what I was saying is this. When I build my vehicles, I don't build them just to compete against females. I try to build them where I can compete in every class. You know what I mean? Even with the sound competition, even with the interior, even with the paint or with the music, you know, the car itself, not just to compete against women. I try to compete against the males and the females. After the shows, I always get a call from the male say, hey, yeah, you won, but I'm sorry. I apologize. I got a FaceTime. Somebody said, hey, after the, what show that was on Jonesboro Road. He called, he FaceTime. He said, hey,
you say the
won,
show was
I
where?
gave it to this guy and he's going back to Chicago and I can't do anything about it. You won Best Box. What?
What show?
Whoa. Miss Hemi, you said it was where?
Where was it at?
It was on Jonesboro Road at the Expo Center.
Whose show was it?
The last one at the Expo Center.
That ain't good enough. Nope. What show was it?
I gotta think of his name. I know one of them was Whipped by Waves. What show was that? Whipped by Waves.
Now that's dope to get that call for that type of show.
No, that's bullshit.
I mean, but
that's what it is. No, she gone again, but let me tell you, that's straight bullshit.
It is.
Number one, for her to have the best car, I don't give a damn if he came from Alaska. And he made a mistake, correct that mistake. Don't call me after a show and say, hey, you had the best box, but you know, I did this. I gave him my bad. Fuck that. That's bullshit. That's what I mean by having regular motherfuckers judge cars.
Hold on, is that the same show that was in Make and
No, the one on Jonesboro Road. That's what I'm talking about. When that Whipped by Waves?
Yeah.
That was Whipped by Waves. That's what it was. The dudes came down from St. Louis with 20 cars, and they had some nice shit. Miss Hemi shit was killing all of them. But you gave it to that dude, and then you call her after the show and say you should have won. Fuck that.
Skip, let her talk.
Okay.
And then there was another show. The guy told me, it was downtown, and he said, hey, I told him pick your car, but I don't know what he did. I said, okay, cool. You know, and I take a loss just as well as I take a win. So I'm used to guys just being male chauvinistic. I was like, okay, cool, fine. So you don't want your homeboy to be beat out by a female. I could see that. I understand that. Okay, I feel you. But then you'll call me and say, hey, look, you won, but it's too late. I gave it to somebody else, but you won Best Box. Well, okay.
How do you? So, question: how do you decide which vehicle you bring Like, when does the
I
Jeep
bring them
come
all.
out versus?
Bring all of them.
I
She
bring
bring them
I
all.
bring them all. If I can bring them all, I
Wow.
bring
You don't
the
pick and
Jeep.
choose
I bring
anymore?
the Chrysler. I bring them all. So I can
Wow.
win in
She
any
got
lane I
draws.
chose. You know, I the Jeep. Yeah, I bring them all. I bring the dually once I get the rims. I'm about to get them.
Can you tell us what
I
kind of
just had
cars
it
you have?
lifted 9 inches.
Can you tell us what kind of
But
cars
I'm
you have?
proud
And
of you, ladies. Y'all keep doing your thing out there. I know I'm not the only one out there competing because I see Miss, what is it? Depo?
Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Deadpool. I can't see all your writing down there, but yeah, I be seeing you out there. You doing your thing. Yeah, and you doing your thing. I be seeing y'all out there. Y'all keep doing what you're doing. Just keep your foot on their necks. That's what I try to do. I keep my foot on their necks. Yeah, for real. I'm telling you, because they're not gonna let me win. These guys not gonna let me win best box, and all their buddies are there with boxes. I'm telling you. I try to get best interior, best paint, because I have the best guy doing the interior. I have the best guys doing the paint. I be selected by who does the work for me. So I know once it's done, I can compete. You know?
There you
Absolutely.
go.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Miss
what's up.
Hemi,
Well, go on, Miss Hemi, with your bad self.
Well,
What
I'm
you
just
say about
saying,
me?
ladies, y'all bad too. So hey, it ain't just me. It's not just me. Skip, I started out with Skip and Mo back in the Skip and Mo days, and I'm telling you, if my car was dirty, they let me do it. Hey, Miss Hemi, what is this right here? I'm like, okay, Skip, it's just a dirt spot on the rim or something. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Skip, you're a good judge, though. You are.
But now, in the beginning of this car show season, in March, we did a car show right here on Candler Road at Chit Chat. What award did I give you, Miss Hemi? Tell everybody what award I gave you. The award I gave you at one of the first car shows of the street.
The queen of the street, I guess it was. That
And one of the reasons,
legend,
right? Exactly. It was the legend, the legendary king and queen of the streets. That was you and David.
Right.
Tell everybody why I did it. It wasn't part of the show. It was because of your accomplishments. See, I recognized you way back then because of what you've done and who you are and how far you've come.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Let's not act like ain't nobody on your team pimping.
I didn't say anything. I didn't say that.
No, okay.
But yeah.
But the question, Ms. Tia,
I enjoy being out there with you all, no matter what kind of car you have, whether it's a new school, old school, I don't care. You know, most of the car shows I go to, they have both cars there, old and new school. A lot of them, the ones that actually doing competition. Now, when you go to an old school and it's just a meet, that is what it is. It's just a old school car meet. You know what I'm saying? Like the one they have at Pseudos. It's just old school car meet. It's not a car show competition. You see?
Ms. Hemi.
But most car shows will have old and new school categories.
Ms. Hemi. Ms. TJ asked a question about what type of vehicles or what vehicles do you have? She froze again.
Yep.
So let's pass that down amongst all the women. So what kind of cars do you have, and what type of modifications have you done to your vehicles?
Rubicon, Chevy.
Oh, there she go.
Everything. I've changed the interior out completely. I've changed the rims, the tires. I've had the dually lifted 9 inches. I had the Jeep lifted 3 inches with some 37-inch tires on it. I just done a lot of mods, and I do that a lot because doing car show stuff was kind of like an outlet for me. That's how I started doing car show stuff. My son got killed in a home invasion robbery. So my brother does a lot of car stuff. My mom, not my mom, but my dad does a lot of car shows, car stuff, body work and paint and engine work and transmission and stuff like that. So I grew up with the cars. And so that was my outlet. When I started, it was my outlet.
Okay.
Wow.
Miss Deadpool, you want to tell us about your car and what kind of modifications you've done in your car?
Trying to unmute. A lot. Let me see. I have the Lambo doors. I just got my lights redone and my wheel lights redone. So that was a whole nother story. I'll say shout out to Miss Gemini, Red, and Joker for saving my car because again, I know we talked about this, and this is off of modifications, but you have to be careful who works on your car, because I had a $1,200 repair that I had to do due to an electrical fire because I allowed somebody to do my lights. So you really have to be careful. So if I'm not paying top dollar for it, I'm not paying for it. So, and that's where I am now. But
Big fact.
yes, I have TVs in the door. I have visor screens, and that was a Christmas gift from anyway. But let me see. I have you know, a sound system, and that was also a Christmas gift. So yeah.
From
So,
Anyway.
yeah.
Anyway, it was nice to you.
Yeah.
Yes. I upgraded my gear shift to a katana sword. So, you know, like I'm still doing it. I know I missed a lot of stuff that I've done, but I mean, I have like a list that I keep on my desk, and every month I'll just be like, okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, and I just keep trying to knock it off. I got reflective wrap on my car. Love it. It is so cool. So, you know, and MC Raps did that. That's awesome. You know, so it's like so much. I don't even know where to start. You know, what's, you know, hasn't been done. But believe me, I'm already, airbags is on my list. So believe me, it's coming.
Okay then, Clem. Okay then.
Anybody else want to tell us what you've done to your car and what kind of modifications you have?
Beast Mode, let's talk about that old school you got.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm trying to be patient. That's all I can say. It's a process. I actually have 2 box Chevys. One I just posted today, which Almond, I saw your comment. I know. It's okay. But I'm actually working on a 90s Brougham right now.
Wow.
So I'm learning to be patient, even though I want my car to come out. So I started off with the wheels. Right now I'm getting the system put in. And I have to always tell these people, I don't want all the extras. I just want enough. So I don't know. I have a lot of different lighting that's going on as far as the car. The color of the paint, I'm kind of
Don't tell nobody.
up in the air about it.
Yeah, just hold that one. Keep that one in.
I know I'm not gonna tell nobody. I'm just up in the air about it on what I want to do. So I don't know. It's
No,
like
they
I
got
said, it's been
stickers
a
now. You can put a
process.
sticker on it.
No, I'm not gonna do the stickers. Did that with the charger. I'm over that phase.
I'm just playing.
But nah, I'm pretty much, I'm just learning to be patient and take my time with it, and that's pretty much it as far as my cars go.
So let's shift real quick. Attorney Simmons, what's your relationship with the car game? Do you actually have a car? Like, how does all that? Give us a little backstory, because you haven't been able to jump in. Let's get to you real quick.
Well, like I said earlier, I started out with just my love of cars from my family, but a couple years ago I was riding in my Challenger. That's my first baby, my fast car that I loved until I sold it. But I had a Dodge Challenger, and I joined the Challenger Club, so that was kind of my thing. I actually got rid of the Challenger, but what I did to upgrade it when I had it is I added a lot of vinyl to it. So I had all my logos on there. I had the Simmons Law logo. I had the Plugs Lawyer logo on there. I had a lot of the stuff that I do as far as my other brands added to it. So it was kind of like tricked out like a NASCAR car. And I do plan to get another Challenger. So I'm coming back, y'all, you know, real soon. What I'm in right now is a BMW X4, but I want to go back to, you know, fast cars real soon.
Okay. So you were using your cars as an advertisement tool also. I heard you say you put your lawyer thing on it, and also.
Well, I did, but it was really because that's friend. That's who I am. So I wanted to trick out my car with, my stuff. So yeah, it turned into some great advertisement because honestly, some of the stuff that I had on there, encouraging girls to read, because one of my logos says "Pretty girls read," and I swear I would have the randomest people come to my car. No, I'm serious. I had like, all sorts of people, different races, old and young, coming up to my car for the different logos. So, I definitely, like I say, I'm getting another Challenger again, and I am going to trick it out as well with the whole NASCAR theme, like I had before. So I can't wait, and I'll definitely show you guys what I do.
So when it comes to being an attorney, is that something that the car club culture can get involved with? Like, what type of attorney are you?
Well, I'm the best one ever. But
Wow.
Simmons Law, we do business, criminal defense, entertainment, and personal injury. We are an Atlanta-based firm. I've been in the game 12 years. I've never lost a trial, civil or criminal. I have invited the car club community to support Simmons Law. I have supported the car club community as well. I have made videos on our YouTube channel that talks about issues that affects us as car club lovers, being arrested for driving or speeding, just different things. And those videos are on my YouTube page. So I do offer some free legal advice, as well as I have been able to represent some people in some of their situations, be it business or criminal defense. So yeah, I definitely offer that, but I would definitely love the car club community support with my new show. It is called Hood Courts. I am the Black Judge Judy. It is a show that I am saying is going to be in syndication for many, many years, because if Judge Judy can get 50 million, I can get 100 million. So that is what I definitely would love the support of, because I'm doing other things besides being the lawyer. I am human too. You tell people you the lawyer and they just think you an encyclopedia all day.
So hold that thought. Let's pivot real quick, because you made a good point. When it comes to everything that's going on in the world, especially in car culture and stuff like that, generally speaking, when it comes to the police and police pulling over people, it's generally directed to women. How do you women deal with that as well as being like harassed, being pulled over for your cars and stuff like that?
Yes. We're fucking black.
I can personally speak on that one.
Yes.
So on my birthday. He didn't even give me a break on my birthday.
Yeah. I stripped
the thing is, we're still black.
Of that.
I'm a lawyer and I get anxiety.
Okay, did she go out?
She didn't give you.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
You said you get anxiety. That's all we heard.
No, she said she's a lawyer.
I was trying to let her speak.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying I get anxiety around police just as well as everyone else that are black, that probably experience some sort of trauma, if not personally, or what we've seen collectively in this nation. So yes, just because we're a woman, that doesn't necessarily make things easier as a black woman behind a fast vehicle and you're stopped by the police.
But the media overall dictates it as it's men. Am I right? What you see on the news is men getting pulled over. The Trayvon Martins of the world, George Floyd.
Sandra Bland, she got pulled over, and Sandra Bland was killed by the Texas police. Let's not forget Sandra Bland. Let's not forget it's a young lady. Yes, let's not forget the young lady that was driving her vehicle in DC and was shot down by the DC Capitol Police. There are women, because as the lawyer, I have dealt with a lot of civil rights situation, protest cases, police brutality cases as well, outside of being the plugs lawyer or entertaining as people see me as. Hold on. It's women.
Hold on. What should we be doing better? So we're in these cars. They got 30-inch rims on them, blue lights in the back. Go. What should we do different?
One of the
What
things
are we doing wrong?
One of the
There is
things
nothing. We are not doing anything wrong. We are humans. We deserve to drive whatever way we want. We deserve to have reasonable bonds. We deserve not to be murdered before we even go to court. So it's nothing that we're doing or we should be doing different. And honestly, I'm not going to get offended because I don't take offense to stuff, but I'm going to get offended for everybody because I'm tired of that sort of narrative of we could be doing something different. It's not. You hear it from a horse's mouth that deals with the justice system. No matter what you do, there are times and situations where it don't matter if you were driving or if you were complying. If you're dealing with certain people with certain type of energies around them, certain people that try to abuse the power that they have in their positions, all that stuff does not matter. And I'm gonna drop the mic on that because I can get real serious and I can play around, but I don't play around when people try to fault a certain type of people for being who we are. Because it ain't no what we can do better. What the fuck can they do better? What can they do better to address the racism
I gotta
that
cut
they
you off
have in
because you
their
cut me
community?
Hold on.
I gotta cut off. She cut me off, so I gotta cut off.
Sorry.
Lawyer or not, there's always something you can do. You can sit here and say what's supposed to happen. The fact is, it's not happening. So to sit here and say we shouldn't do nothing because they should, they're not. So in my opinion, one of the things that we can.
I'm not saying.
Let him get his shit off.
Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. Open discussion. Go ahead, Miss Amy.
Hey, I just want to say there are a lot of people with lights on their cars. There are some red and some blue. It's against the law to drive with the blue and the red light. So I have lights on all my cars. So I do not leave them solid blue or solid red because I don't want that attention. I get enough attention as it is when I'm just driving on a daily basis. And to have the blue lights and you're getting stopped by the police or the red lights because those are emergency type lights.
No. That's not what we were saying. We were saying,
oh, okay.
what should we be doing differently as women and men in this culture?
Educating yourself on the law. Educating yourself on what colors you can do.
You can educate. Yeah.
Yes.
That's what you need to do. Educate
Beast mode,
yourself.
I totally agree with you. Educate yourself.
Keep it pushing.
Right.
You can educate yourself. You can raise your frequency on the things that you watch and think about and put in your system. So if you're sitting watching police violence all day and putting that in your ears and putting that in your eyes, what are you attracting to yourself? So I'm not saying, Skip, that it's not things that we can do. You're absolutely right. We can always improve within ourselves. But I'm just talking about that particular system. There are things that they need to do to fix that system. And that's one of the reasons why I did create Hood Court, because there are things that I can do to help those in our community outside of their legal system that will help us as a people. And that's why I created that show outside of me being the lawyer in that system that we know is not made for us at all.
Yeah, there are some people just not what you do.
I had muted you, Miss Amy. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was just saying there are some people just not going to respect the law no matter what you do. They're going to smoke weed, ride right up next to the police. They're going to get to the police and they're going to turn the music up loud as they can. You know what I'm saying? There are some things you can do. Cut your music down when you see the police, because guess what? They are the police. Let your window up if you're smoking weed. They are the police, and they're going to follow you and they're going to stop you. It's simple.
Right. Now, what I was about to say was, to answer your question, there are a lot of things that we can do to prevent from being pulled over. We already have fancy enough, flashy enough cars that's going to get all the attention anyway.
Facts.
And one of the things I do is I don't tint windows on my cars. Simply because if they see that car with the big rims with a loud paint, my car was orange and green. It was one of the loudest cars in that lap. You can see me from a mile away. So when you see that car, instantly these policemen that do this dumb shit or target us or whatever the case may be, let him be going too fast. I'm going to get behind it or whatever. Oh, he ain't got tinted windows. Oh, that's an older guy. Now, that's just in my situation. You can, if you got cars with loud pipes, don't get up on the police and rev your engines up. He already got his eyes on you as soon as he see the car. If you got loud music when you see a car, a police car parked or whatever, turn your music down and ride on by. You know, all of these things can prevent you from being pulled over and being the next statistic or whatever the case may be. And like Beast Mode said, educate yourself to the law. You see what I'm saying? So I understand that they're doing all these things, and yes, they need to educate themselves and retrain and all of that. But the fact is, they're not. And until somebody gets in there and makes and puts all this stuff into effect, we got to do things to keep the attention and the drama away from us. I've been in the car game with a nice fixed up car since 04. I've been pulled over once. And I was pulled over because he was like, orange and green. That ain't no Georgia College team. I said, officer, you pulled me over because my car orange and green? He said, well, you got green headlights. I said, well, my car's on the green. He said, go on about your business. Now, that was the best case scenario for me. But I feel like if you just do whatever it is to stay out of their face, if you happen to pass one, all that, you ain't got to stare at him and mean mugging because your license good, because you ain't did nothing wrong, because those are the ones that get hurt. They pull you over for whatever, and now you're going off, and next thing you know, he's in fear of his life, and he shoots you. So sometimes it's best to not do the things that make them say, I wonder what's behind that tent window. Let me pull them over. And you pissed because you ain't did nothing wrong. Okay, the situation's already bad now. You see, so that's what I was about to say about the things you can do to prevent from being one of those people getting in those issues. All right,
Skip, I agree with you. I was going to say, Skip, I agree with you. I didn't know that you were asking like in that way. But we do have a YouTube video up that has 3 tips for those in the car club community. So people watching this, definitely check out that YouTube video because you did post some great tips there, Skip.
Go ahead, Beast Mode.
All I wanted to say is just by me being a person who was constantly being pulled over for my car, and this is just for me driving from my house to work, I started doing more research myself on the laws of Georgia per se when it comes to vehicles, because some of these cops, they make biased decisions on why they pull you over. And a lot of times it's for no reason, or they think you may have drugs. So I think it'll be better if we as a community know if you put something on your car, yes, it is against the law if you put certain things on your law, and just know that it's a possibility you're going to have that one police officer who may just be like, okay, well, your rims are too high, you're too above this, or you got tinted tail lights or whatever it may be. And that way you'll know, okay, well, hey, maybe I need to have this car as my per se weekend car, or you know, just go back to the drawing board on some things if you don't want to be harassed. Because when you start fixing up your car, there's going to always be that 50% chance of you're going to be harassed by the police.
You know, I've had my car for a while, and I've changed it up several times. And I've been pulled over maybe 4 times, and every single time it was just because the police want to take pictures with the car. They never bother me. I've run my color lights all different colors,
but that's best case scenario. That's best case scenario.
And I'm in Henry County, and they don't bother me. And if I wonder if I was in Fulton County or over in but when I go in Fulton County and DeKalb and all them other, they don't bother me. And I think and I always say to myself, it has to do with the person. If the person is not a negative person, a person that doesn't draw that negative attention, negative things don't normally follow them. Like
but big rims, loud paint, fancy paint, loud music. That's me. I'm 54, and that's the kind of stuff that gets the negative attention. So like I said before, when you turn it down, when you see a police car, or when you even slow down, if they see you hit the brake lights, it's okay. He's respecting me because he don't want to be bothered. For most police, a lot of them use that as a sign to pull you over. He's doing something wrong, that's why he slowed down. So there's all types of ways to not get pulled over. But to her point, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen because we're being targeted. So my answer to that question was because some of the things that we can try to do to not be targeted or put in those situations was that.
But I think to everybody's point, we all put ourselves, or not us particularly, but a lot of drivers put themselves in situations where they're easily targeted by failing to just fix things. Like, I have quite a few police officer friends. One of the things he told me is to never let your tag light be out.
Yeah.
So if the light that
Right.
illuminates your tag is out, they're going to stop you. Once
Yep.
they stop you for something minute like that, it's the minute thing that leads to the other things. They're looking for these small things to pull you over. You roll down your window, smells like weed.
But watch
Then it's
this.
like,
Right.
oh, smells
Tag
like
light,
weed.
tag covers.
You said
Smells like
something
weed.
in. You said something in. I got a quick story to tell.
So I just want to say that, again, as a person whose windows are very darkly tinted, my windows are very darkly tinted. You can't see me at all in my car. I never get pulled over. But everything about my car is legit. My insurance is good. My tag is good. It's like people are riding dirty. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
You can't
But
ride dirty, playing loud music, smoking weed with big rims.
Yeah, you really
Period.
can't, because you're asking for trouble.
That's what people are doing.
Right.
Because I can't tell you when I've been pulled over. Never.
But
Never.
I got a quick story
Yeah,
to tell
me
about
too.
that, what you just said about tag lights. I was with a friend. He has a Hummer, and it's not Capone, but he has a Hummer and it's jacked up. Real nice. It's brown, some type of brown. And his blinkers blink fast. Now, normally, anybody that knows mechanics, when your blinker blink fast, it means that a ball is out somewhere. That's
right.
a pulloverable offense.
Mhm.
But now, his blinkers blink fast because his blinker relay is out. All of the lights work. We were turning the corner and the police saw him and saw the blinker pulling fast and pulled him over. He came and he said, "Hey, man, your blinker's out?" He said, "Are you a mechanic or a police officer?" The police officer said, "What? What do you mean?" He said, "You're a policeman and you pulled me over to tell me my blinker was out. How do you know that?" He said, "Well, it's blinking fast." He said, "Also, I bet you 1,000 to 100 all my lights work." And the officer walked around the car and saw that all the blinker lights work. He said, "Hey, man, I will never do that again. Thank you for educating me." And got in his car. This was a black officer. This was a black officer. And that blew my mind. I'm like, dang.
But the point is, I'm sure his tag was good. His insurance
everything else was good.
And he didn't smell like weed.
No, I don't smoke, so I don't ride with people that smoke. So no.
So I'm saying those are but what we fail to realize is that there are small things that lead to us getting, pulled over.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, everything else happens. I got you. It follows up.
Right.
But I had to tell that story because he knew why the officer was pulling him over, because his blinker was blinking fast. And when the officer said it, he fired right back. "Are you a mechanic or a police officer? Because you came mechanic from behind the wheel. So for you to see the bulb out, which one was it?" And the officer couldn't tell him. So he said, "Well, I'm going to turn all the blinkers on and you go look and tell me which one was out." And then when the officer realized they just blink fast, he was stunned and he apologized. He said, "I will never do that again." And I was like, wow, that's the first time I've seen that go like that, because he pretty much embarrassed him on the spot. And I was laughing. I was all dying laughing.
Miss Ghost, it's like you holding something in. You want to say something? Come on.
No, I wasn't even. I was typing. I'm sorry. I was multitasking. I know I'm doing a million things. Was not holding nothing in. I'm good.
So,
yeah,
I don't know where Almond went. So yeah, so let's switch gears a little bit more. So with all of these beautiful cars, is men thinking that these cars belong to men an issue for women, or y'all don't care? Like, oh, that's your man car, girl. When you gonna take your man?
I get that a lot. I don't care.
I get that a lot.
How do y'all feel about that?
A lot.
We do.
I don't care.
Y'all don't care? Y'all
No,
just don't care?
I just like to see you surprised when you just riding something really hard and the dude's like, can't believe it. Yeah.
Right. I'm glad Miss Hemi back. Miss Hemi needs to be asked that question because every car she's had, people have said that's money car.
That's what I was
money
one
car.
of them.
I was saying that because I know you was one of them.
Yeah, I know. And Skip told me. Huh?
They always tell me that that's your husband's truck. I'm like, is that your husband's truck? What you doing driving? I'm like, that's my truck. My dually is like lifted real tall, high, and I can climb up in it with no problem. So when I get out, I'm really short. So they like, that's your husband's truck? I'm like, no, it's my truck. And then even with the box, they say you driving your new car, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm like, no, it's my car. Why can't it just be my car for real? But yeah,
because you're a woman. That was the question.
You're a woman.
I had to correct Hulk. Hulk.
Because I said it too. I'm the one that said. I said that's Money's car. Why Miss Hemi getting putting Money's car in trying to get best? And Skip correct me. Said no, that is her car. Those are her cars.
She
built. Right. I
yep.
hit a guy for that once. He let his wife drive his truck to compete against our female that does sound competition. We have a female in our club that does sound comp. So this guy always drives this truck, and then all of a sudden he let his wife drive his truck to beat my female out in the sound comp. I was like, oh no, we're not doing that.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I remember.
I've seen it before.
Right. And I said, if we're gonna do that, then I'm gonna drive Money's truck, and don't y'all say nothing.
There you go. That's right.
Yeah, I'm gonna drive his truck, and don't y'all say nothing. If we're gonna do it that way, okay. Now, how do y'all want to do it? We're gonna keep it the same, the male versus females, or the females versus females. Male. I said, okay, y'all better, hey, get it right, because I'll be driving his truck, and nobody better not say nothing.
I got a question for you, Miss Emmy, and I'm serious when I ask this because I mess with you about it all the time. How many vehicles do you and your husband own?
About 15 between the two of us. I think I have like 7 myself.
Wait, the fuck? What?
Hey, he's got so many Tahoes, SUVs, a dually truck. I be wanting him to get rid of the dually, some of the SUVs. Get rid of some of them things. But then he's like, well, you get rid of some of yours. I'm like, okay.
Hey, y'all can just drop one of them off over here. Just leave it if you
they got
one of them.
I know. I got a BMW out there. I got the Jeep. I got the what is it? The dually, the box Chevy, the Chrysler 300. Whew, I don't even know. Sometimes I can't keep up with mine. I'm like, okay, well, where that car at? Oh my.
Right, where that car at?
I've drove the Jeep. I've drove the Jeep before.
Yeah.
Who losing all these spoons in the house?
Yeah, what is that? Is somebody texting?
Where all these spoons going? I think that's because everybody's not muted. I think that's Miss Hemi's line, but I'm not sure.
No,
nobody's texting us.
Oh, okay, no? That's what it sounded like. I didn't know.
No,
but yeah, I had to ask that question because I tell people all the time that you have more cars than most of these people on it. You have more cars than some car clubs. That's terrible to say. But I've seen 95% of them, and like I tell you and him, you and your husband all the time, y'all killing the game.
So, question for Amin. Are you working on something, Amin?
Yeah, tell us about it. I see it.
I am. I'm trying to be patient like these trucks.
Bad internet.
And you know, you want to get what you pay for. So I can't say, you know, I'm happy that the shop was like if you don't like it. You don't find a lot of shops that doesn't take something. And then you
Your line is breaking up big time.
Can you hear me now?
Your line is. Go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead.
You can't find many shops that'll paint your vehicle, and then you go in and say, "It's not what I wanted. It's not what I expected." And you paint it. And of course, the second time it was like, "We can do it better. We're gonna paint it again." So it's been a year and a half, believe it or not, for paint. And that's okay. You know, I'm okay with that because I expect it to be exactly what I want to see. But the truck will be ready hopefully. I got my fingers crossed.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm. I seen it.
Yeah. Yep, you did.
Okay.
Me too. I seen it too.
Miss Ghost. kind of
Is she-
vehicle you got?
Yeah, come
She
on,
still
Miss
is?
Ghost.
Okay, there she go.
Yeah, come on, Miss Ghost. Let's talk about it.
Talk about what? I didn't hear y'all. What do you need?
Your car. What are you working on? What do you have up your sleeve?
Which one? I've had a lot of vehicles. Okay, so let's talk about my baby, not Ghost, the white Camaro. Let's talk about my the RC350 F-Type Lexus. Goes very fast, and I beat a lot of people in that vehicle. So, and
We
everybody
just talk about women that drive fast, y'all see?
Yeah.
Sure.
There you go. Yep.
Okay, ladies.
I got a
I'm
question.
working on
Can I
something.
ask all the ladies something? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Tia.
I was gonna say I'm working on something. So next spring,
Yeah.
I'm working on something. I've got a 1983.
Oh, okay.
1983 Camaro, Trans Am Z28. My brother played in the NFL in the 80s, and this was the first car he bought in the NFL when he, was playing. And he gifted it to me, and it's getting work done right now. So next spring, that's what I'll be in.
Who was your brother that played in the league?
It's ready.
What was your brother's name? Mr.
Van Jakes. He played for New Orleans, Green Bay, and Kansas City. So
right, that's what's up.
Go ahead, Almond. What was you gonna say, Almond?
I had a question for all the ladies.
Ladies.
We talked about the vehicles that we have, but what's like your number one car that you don't have?
Well, Miss Hemmy got all of them, so she can't answer that question.
Hey, you mean your dream car? Your wish list?
Dream car?
Yes, like you could just pick it up, no call.
Did you hear the question, Miss Hemmy?
Yeah.
No, I can't hear. Okay, what was the question? I couldn't hear you. Hello?
What's everybody's dream car? Wish list, bucket list. You gotta have it before you die.
Yeah, yours.
Yeah.
No, what's yours? No, Yeah, what's your dream car? If you could just get any car right now, what would it be?
Let me see. I've had
She
so
said,
many different ones. I don't even know. I'm serious. I like a Porsche.
Okay.
Which one? Which one?
What is it?
The Carrera, Panamera.
The fast one. The
the Cabriolet. The Cabriolet.
It's real small.
The Cabriolet.
I've always liked the Porsche. Yes.
What about you, Miss Ghost? What's your car, Miss Ghost?
Yeah, my husband always talking about let's get a Maserati. I don't like the Maserati.
I don't like the Maserati.
That's really a shitty car, but whatever.
Right. Whatever. There's actually two. I guess I don't know. Yeah, I have 3 cars. Maybe can I do 3? I have 3.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Shoot them.
I love Alfa Romeos. There's a car that I have a very hard time pronouncing the name. I'm going to have everybody look it up. Y'all who in the audience, please look this car up. It was shown on, because it's very rare. And the way that I believe you pronounce it is Paraguay Porera or whatever. Okay, so but that's it's
I know what you're talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking
I
about.
want that car so bad.
That's $1 million car. That's one of my dream
cars. It's in my soul. You understand what I'm saying? Me in the car, it's somehow.
That's one of my dream cars. That's one of my dream cars. It's $1 million car though.
It is.
The ticket is $1 million, and they hand make it, and they fly you out. But they take you to the factory, and they sit you in a seat in a model car. And they fit the seat to you.
Yep.
And then they build the car around your frame.
Come on through.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Come on through with it. That's all I'm saying. Fit the car around all of this. There you go. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about.
Beast Mode, what's your dream car?
As far as a family car goes, I do want to Maybach.
A what?
That's a family dream car to me to have a Maybach.
Yeah.
Because you gotta understand, my kids gonna be still getting in these cars, so I need to make sure it can fit us all.
That's the Audi e-tron right there. Yes, I'm with you.
Besides that, I'm kind of looking at that Aston Martin truck.
Ooh.
Yeah,
that's the first time I heard somebody say something about that.
Yeah,
have you seen the
that's
Maybach?
Nasty.
Have you seen the Maybach Mercedes truck?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it because it looks like a Mercedes GL 550. But the Aston Martin truck, it just, y'all gotta see it. I can't explain it.
You gotta see the grill on it though. It's real. Ooh.
I mean, I
Maybach
like the
truck
grill on it, but see, if I was gonna get a Mercedes truck, it'll have to be a GLE 63 AMG. That
okay,
is
yeah,
nice.
yeah, yeah.
And top of the line expensive.
We saw some
but see,
trucks and stuff.
I'm just
in
gonna be
Miami.
honest with y'all. At my dealership, I drive a lot of these cars when we get them in, so it's like I can already kind of fit to see which one I would want in the future. So a lot of the luxurious cars, I drive them and I put my foot in them. So I'll be like, nah, I don't want this one, or yeah, maybe in the long run when I save up some money, I get it. But
I did have a question for Bistro. Have you driven the Audi e-tron? Have you driven that car? Have you had the chance to drive one? Okay.
Nah. I ain't got a chance to drive that one. The only cars I've driven, well, I grew up around nothing but Mercedes, BMWs, and Porsches. So like my dad, he has a Carrera 3 turbo drop top. So I've driven that a couple of times. I've driven, what's that Jag? It's a Jag coupe drop top. I forget the number of it, but I've driven that. A couple of GTRs because I work at Nissan, of course. I've driven like all pretty much except for the Dodge category. Like I haven't driven the new Durango Hellcat, but I've driven pretty much everything far as the Hellcat line, the Trackhawks, all that stuff. Today we just took in some type of BMW. I forgot what type of BMW it is, but I'm probably gonna drive that tomorrow when I get to work. So I mean, when we get them in, I just ask the technician. I'd be like, "Hey, can I see the keys to this?" And then I just drive it. And then if somebody asks me about it, then I'll tell them. Because at one time I was stuck on Audis. I was just stuck on all the Audis, but then I started seeing that problems that they were having. I was like, nah.
Work, yes.
Yep.
Well, it's more electrical stuff because they don't build cars far as the parts anymore. It's not based upon that. It's more computerized. So that's what you gotta look at when you buying these newer cars. Like, okay, if it came off the production line, what computer, what sensor, what this, what that. Like, it's not just straight muscle.
Okay.
Wow. Deadpool?
Miss Deadpool.
Deadpool?
It's muted.
You mute?
Well, I'll tell you my dream cars. I got a few for the intro. The Porsche 718 Cayman T. Start there. Also a McLaren GT and a Ferrari 812 GTS. Those are my dream cars.
Ooh, she already got the numbers. I mean, I've been doing research. You got your bucket list.
I love cars. Oh, and you know I'm getting a Tesla, so
man.
What model? What model you getting?
Yeah, what model?
I'm not sure yet. We've been talking about a Model Y. A Model Y. A Model Y. A Model Y.
Yeah,
so
two.
That's the new one.
We'll see.
That's the new one.
All right, so look, let's switch gears real quick, and I think we're gonna wrap after this. So all of you ladies here, and I don't know if the audience can pick this out. All of you ladies kind of share one thing in common, and that's going to be the moral of the story. All of you ladies either have or are leading organizations that are a part of the car culture. So give us a little bit of what are your thoughts on leading some of these clubs and organizations in the game and being successful and effective and pushing to the future for your particular organization? Tough question.
I don't know. I just didn't want to keep talking, but I'll just start off on that one. It's not for the faint of heart. I will say that. You're going to have a lot of pain. I want to say that. You have
hold on, not to cut you off. A lot of these clubs are. This is a male-driven sport. All of these CEOs, all of these presidents, all of these bosses over all of these clubs or whatever are generally men. But all of these women, I want the viewers to know, all of these women are involved in leadership or they're at the top of prospective organizations that we didn't even get into whatever clubs they represent. But that's okay. But we want y'all to know these are the bosses and these are the future. But go ahead, Mrs. Go.
I was just saying, you walk up to your point. I'll be walking side by side, and literally 9 times out of 10, men will start speaking to who?
The man.
Right? Asking about my business, right?
Right.
So that's the point, is that we are trailblazers. We are going to get out there. We're getting in the rooms. We're making the conversations. And that's the important part, because we're changing the way a man thinks. And that's what we have to do. We have to change the way we think as women. We downgrade ourselves a lot. I was speaking to someone today on the phone, and she said, I was out here hoeing and blah, blah, blah. And I said, wait a minute, excuse me. We don't even use that term. We don't even use that term. She was trying to use it like she was being funny, like, I just had a one-night stand. But guess what? We don't use terms like that anymore. And it's important for women to understand that, because what makes you different from a man on so many levels when it comes to what? Running business and handling business. We should be doing it at an excellent level and have nothing for nobody to say. And that's my goal. So that's all I want to say about that.
Yes.
That's what's up. Yes. Let's see. Almond, chime in. How you feel on being a leader and running these clubs effortlessly? And we brought up, I don't know if you saw it in the other show, I gave you a lot of kudos for season 1 and all your support. I really appreciate it of the show and our progress and all that stuff. But your club is one of the pioneer clubs of the city since I joined the culture. So what do you have?
Growth. I will say that I don't even know where to begin. So much on my mind, but I can say this. We as women, we have to learn how to grow. And I can't get it out.
Take your time.
But it's like when we, okay, so I'll just say, for me, I had to understand that you have to separate personal from car world. You can't mix the two together. Us as women, we are emotional creatures. And so we have to not just downgrade a little bit, but put our feelings aside. And when you're able to separate the two, it's so much easier. And I can say, when I first began in this car world, I was a little rough around the edge. I hope those who know me will know that I've grown to not be so rough around the edge.
You got a baby face.
But I can say that we most definitely, as women, have to put our emotions aside, put our ignorance, and give advice and lead the way we want others to follow.
It makes sense to me. What about you, Deadpool?
I'm new to this. It's been like all of 2 months since I've been doing this, but as in leader or leadership, hey, I got 20 years from the Army. So I don't have a problem. I'm very, diverse, and I'm able to adapt to any type of situation. I don't like speaking in front of people, but I'm learning to do that more. And I want to go back. I know we're talking about the VP stuff, but just in case my future husband is listening or sees this, I just want him to know that I would like a Maybach a Tesla,
A Tesla?
Mercedes, S-Class.
A Tesla.
Well,
What do you
whatever
make
the
them
heck
at?
it is. Well, anyway. Look,
Somebody
either
on the other
way,
show said a tester. I want one of them. Well, what?
want him to know that I want a driver with it. That's all.
Oh,
Amen.
all right then.
That's it.
Don't forget the chef and the personal assistant and all that too. Now, go all the way out. You gonna go?
Holy hell!
But
right.
but back to the other question. I am so excited. I like that our CEO, myself and Nels, he gives us full range to really go hard and do stuff, and I cannot wait to launch everything that we're, can't talk about it now, but launch everything that we're working on right now. And Hawk will tell you that, like, my brain is constantly going like this. I'm always coming up with a new idea and trying to find ways to implement that idea within the car world. So, I mean, like I said, 2 months, so I'm excited. I'm ready to, learn from, all of you all, and ready to keep going and growing.
All right. Last but not least, Miss Hemi.
It's Hemi.
Did you get the question?
Hey, my phone won't let me stay in. I keep.
He won't let her do that.
We thought we had her. Oh.
One of the things I think I've learned, I know I've learned from dealing with women that run car clubs, that have founded car clubs, is that they understand that, like Alma said, they're emotional creatures, and when they can separate the two and lead by example, men and women alike will follow. See, a lot of people, some people, like to lead with, all kind of vigor. I'm this, I'm that, and look what I got, and this what you need to do. And to me, that's not being a leader, because you're not motivating people to try to be better or do better. And Miss Ghost, Almond, Callie, Miss Hemi, definitely, Beast Mode. I've seen their clubs, their respective clubs, and I watched them grow. And in the time that I've seen them grow, I've seen them make mistakes. I've also seen them correct the mistakes. I've seen them put people out that at the time I think, wow, what happened? But they knew what they were doing to further their club, to get their club on up the ladder away from all the BS. So
let me say this real quick, Sid, not to cut you off. Let me let y'all know something. If you got 15 cars, you can't stay like in the perimeter. You got to have a house like out there somewhere. You got to have some land. So she probably somewhere where she ain't got a good signal. So that's why she's going in and out. Because you just can't be in a little apartment complex with 15 cars. Okay.
He said apartment.
Thank you.
If you stayed in the comments, y'all, just to let you know. Okay. Right. But go ahead, Skip. I'm sorry. I had to get my shit off.
but yeah, you back? Nope. Oh.
Hold on. Let me unmute you. Hold on. Go ahead. Look like she didn't change clothes, change houses, and everything.
It keeps going in and out. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all this has been a great show for me. And I really appreciate all what your ladies are doing out there. And I have to go write a contract, because I got a contract on a house, and y'all know how the market is going right now. So I got to get on top of that. So, but yeah, running a large car club has been a challenge to me. I've raised a lot of other car clubs out of my team.
Facts.
Some guys wanted to leave because they wanted to be an all-male car club, but our car club is family oriented, and we have wives, moms, kids, everything in our club. You know what I mean? When we do stuff, they're not like, we don't tell them, don't bring your kids, don't bring your mom, don't bring your spouse. No, everybody can come. And that's where the guys want to kind of like split up, because they just wanted to be an all male thing. Well, go ahead, do your thing. And I bet you a lot of them have asked to come back. And it's like, okay, well, you had no reason to leave. So, you left on your own. So when you on your own, it's just they gone. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Big fact. That's what's up.
Wow. She got finished just in time.
She got it out this time. She got it out.
But yeah, back to congratulating the women that are leaders or founders of these clubs, and they have people that will follow them. I'm in a position to where I've seen 90% of these clubs with these women, female leaders or founders, and the growth that they've had over these past couple of years or past 5-6 years is amazing because they're in that role. A lot of these clubs are flourishing because they have the women in leadership versus an arrogant man or the man with all the money or the man that's constantly in the limelight or whatever. So kudos to y'all for doing that. And I hope that more women, and there are some women that we don't have on that are running clubs also.
Yeah.
But I'm just speaking to the ones that are here now. And like I did with Miss Hemming earlier this year in the beginning of the car season, I rewarded her for being the queen of the streets. And I want to harp on that is because I've been there since 05. I've seen her come out when that same Chrysler 300 she's talking about, it was white and it had 22s on it, and that was it. And it went to the killer show car that it is now, 12, 15 years later. So I awarded her with the trophy, the queen of the streets, because that's what she has been the entire time she's been on the car scene. So now I'm telling all you ladies that y'all are also queen of the streets in y'all own right. And it's coming. You know, I've seen all the Almonds cars. You know, I've seen Miss Deadpool's car, and it's the first one, but, you know, I'm quite sure there's many more to come. Same thing with you, Miss Ghost, and Beast Mode also. So, you know, from a man that's on the scene, and I'm always involved in everything from hosting the shows to putting on the shows to talking trash or whatever, congratulations. You know, because y'all don't get it enough. Mm-hmm. So I'm saying it. I'm not speaking for all men. I'm speaking for Skip. I can't speak for everybody, but I think y'all need it more. Y'all need to hear it more. So that's why I said it here.
Yep.
Y'all really hold it down.
Thank you very much.
Hold it down for real.
Thank you. Thank you for the invite.
So wrapping up, and this is going to be real interesting. What do y'all got coming up? What shows are we attending? What we got in the chamber? You want to promote something? Go ahead and give it to us. Let's start with
Miss Ghost.
Okay, so Miss Ghost.
All right, you already know 2021 Summer Smash, Camaro Nation ATL in the building. Follow us at Camaro Nation ATL 1. And our show is, guess what? August the 15th from 12 to 5 p.m. Be there sharp because we are definitely selling out as in the past. And
where's it located?
That will be filled. Porter Sanford Performing Arts Center in DeKalb County. Right there off of 285.
On Rainbow Drive.
20. And Rainbow 20. Yep.
This weekend, Saturday, there's a show in Dalton, Georgia called Time to Shine.
Time to Shine.
Brittany, who's been throwing that show now for at least 10 years, I've been to the last 9. My car club supports that show wholeheartedly. For all people who don't know, I am one of the founding members of the Shut It Down Boys. We have 129 people in our car club. And all 129 people, if they're able to walk, will be at that show Saturday with all of the loud music that y'all want to see. It's going to be a great show. There's going to be lowriders there the whole night. Sunday, Miss Carla, formerly of NBA and now of Pray Hustle Win. That's her clothing line, I think it is. She's doing a car show Sunday at the Irish Pub, which is off Exit 2 on 675. If you're coming from the Decatur way on 675, you make a right off Exit 2, and it's the first plaza on your left. I'm sorry?
Is that Ellenwood?
Yes, it's Ellenwood.
I think it's Rex.
Rex, Ellenwood, right there next door to each other, but one of them. But Exit 2 off 675 Sunday, and it's from 11 to 5. It's a huge parking lot. It's an Irish pub. It's a Irish pub, but it's a sport bar type atmosphere. We're going to have all of the normal things with a car show, sound competition, the whole 9. And there's a hot wing eating contest. Uh-oh. And I'm not talking about regular hot wings. I'm talking about, no. I'm talking about hot wings, like heat hot.
Spicy.
Yeah.
I'm on a diet.
Okay. But no, these here, I don't think it's going to be people eating 10 of these. But yeah. But it's going to be a lot of fun, man. Those are the 2 things that's coming up this weekend. I will be at both of them. Hopefully, we can get the city out to support locally like we always try to do. So that's what we got.
Okay. Almond?
I would be,
Sure.
I don't have anything coming up. But I will be attending Sunday's show.
You have
Pray Hustle Win. Oh.
You have what do you have? You have something like what do you do? Like styling? What I mean, what you have another Instagram page. What's that? Oh.
Almond butter.
Thank you. Talk about it.
It keeps my beard so soft and silky.
Nobody care about all your beard, man.
Oh my God, y'all gotta get some. This stuff is amazing.
It's the truth.
It is amazing. You can put
I put some on my bald head. See how shiny it is?
I forgot to add it in the banner, but I meant to put it on there.
You need to put that in there because that's
no. Hold on, I'm gonna type it in real quick. Hold on, let's see.
Skip.
Let's talk about it real quick while I type it in.
Skip, put some on and then keep your hair from burning.
I have some, Hope.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I truly do have some. I was one of the first customers, sir.
Almondstyles.com. That's the website. Almondstyles.com. I just recently made some lip balm. It's amazing. Everything is made here at the house, but when I tell you it's all natural and it's spearmint. I got cake batter and I have spearmint. I do have bubble gum and
she ain't brought me none of it either.
Yeah, I ain't got the lip balm yet.
But almondstyles.com, I do have a website. You guys, I don't know if you can see, I have the
It's not almond.styles.
Nope.
Yes, it is on Instagram. That's the Instagram that's on the screen, ladies and gentlemen.
The Instagram is
almond.styles number one. Skip.
So you can check me out on there. But the butter is good. Let me tell you, and I make soap as well, and I make deodorant. You won't be musty. So I got some of that baby powder.
The baby powder scent. It's so good.
Yes, baby powder.
Wait, hold on. So all y'all got testers and I didn't get nothing?
No, these weren't testers. I bought them.
We paid for it.
The hell?
It's that good. It's that good, mister. It's that good.
Yeah, I got at least
we supporting. We ain't asking for no handout, Phil.
Right.
I got some peach butter.
Peach
but this is the thing. Some people ask me, well, what do I use it on? What can I use it on? You can use it in your hair. You can use it on your body. You can use it on your lips. You can use it on your beard.
People walk right here looking like pufferfish.
So
that's why your face looks like you 16.
I'm telling that lie.
Don't forget about the hemp. That hemp is everything.
Yes, the hemp is great, and the hemp, it helps relax your body. So you can
relax your body
to massage, get a massage with that hemp butter. I'm telling you.
I need a relaxed body.
But seriously, like the deodorant, I made it because cancer has been taking a lot of women out, breast cancer and things of that nature.
Speak on it.
So with that being said, this deodorant is aluminum free. So it is much better for us. We have to pay attention to what we use on our bodies and what we put on, on our skin. But this is something great. So if you haven't tried it and you see me at a car show or something, trust me, I'll probably have a cooler with me. And I have it with me so you can try it out. Even if it's a tester.
Ain't no more testers. Nope. Time to get that support on right now.
But yeah, you guys, if you can.
Almondstyles.com.
I gotta put Almond on the spot. I just thought about that. So what about the following Sunday? So you're gonna be we all gonna be at Time to Shine, Pray Hustle Win. What's that other one you're gonna be at on the 15th? What's that other one you gonna be at?
Yeah, I'm gonna be there.
I ain't even said it now. I just want to make sure. I had to put that out there.
I'm gonna be there. So
there she go, looking like an old pufferfish.
There she go.
Look at her. And she's stuck. She's stuck. That is unflattering. She's stuck.
But thank y'all.
Beast Mode. We didn't give Beast Mode a chance. Dang, she gone that quick. Wow.
She gone too, boy.
Wow.
Both of y'all in them mansions out there. You and Miss Hemi out there in them big old $500,000 mansions out there in the cut.
No, Miss Hemi ain't got no $500,000 mansion. Miss Hemi got $1 million mansion.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm tripping.
Miss Hemi got $1 million garage.
One of them wraparound driveways.
Yeah, right. All
with the 17-car garage.
Yes, I just had to add 2 more car garage. Yes.
Oh,
2 more cars.
Just built a new 2-car garage next to this garage. Yes.
Oh my God.
And then they got a warehouse full of cars. They got a warehouse full of cars.
What?
They is wild.
No. My cars don't go in the warehouse. They don't go in the warehouse. They go here.
One of your cars is in the corner in the warehouse with the cover over the top of it. Don't tell me, because I seen it.
We just gonna tell all the business.
That's right, I seen it.
No, I don't want them in the warehouse.
No more.
They gotta stay home. But look.
Damn.
Hey,
man, look like we kicked her right on out, didn't
it? Give Beast Mode the opportunity to talk about
what you got coming up, Beast Mode.
Her leadership in the car, and her leadership in her.
She didn't touch on that.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I had to take a call. I'm sorry.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that piece?
About what the leadership?
Basically, I said the correlation between all of you ladies are either currently or you have ran or established clubs. And I just wanted to give you guys the praise and kind of get your feedback on what's that process been like, and how do you see it going forward in the future?
Ooh, that process has been very tough.
Who playing cartoons in the background?
I'm sorry, that's me. Hold up. I'm sorry. Hold on.
You're killing me.
let me mute that.
If I was on BET, you would not have Cartoon Network in the background.
All right. Like I said, I got kids. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
But
gotta do the kids.
Turn it off. Why it won't turn off? Okay, there we go. Yeah, see, it just won't do right. I don't know what they got my TV set to. But anyway, the biggest thing is staying on focus in the task and the vision of what I guess I envision, and hoping that everybody is on the same vision as far as the club goes. Pretty much networking is how I look at it, because like there's always opportunity to do improvement in the communities. And that's what I look at my club as far as, it's cool with the cars and everything, but what type of impact are you leaving is what I look at as far as my club goes. So I'm always talking to different people about things of, what they're into or what their community base may needs. Like, for instance, I had a customer today, awesome lady. I will say, I was talking to her and found out that she's a gardener for the city of Decatur. So I was just talking to her about a lot of things of, giving back wise. And there's a lot of kids out here that go hungry. So my goal is to make sure that the children, which are our future, make sure that we keep them on a good focus and a right track. And if we have to keep, giving back in our communities, back to school, fall festivals, whatever, that's my main focus of the car club that I have. And so pretty much the people that are behind me in my club, I just feel like, we all have to come to, a consensus of we're all on the same page. And it's one thing to say you pass away and you're known for your car, but if you're known for what your club actually did in the community, and they can keep it continuing, I think that's a bigger picture.
She cooking
and it's not even just my community. I mean, we go all over Georgia. I just feel like, every side of town, there's something that needs to be done to help improve. So that's how I look at it. And that's what my club is based off of. Community impact.
Let me get some.
Yep.
What's up? Very nice. All right. So look,
back again.
good show. Anybody viewing or if you're seeing this, please like the video, share,
Mark.
subscribe. I'm gonna get you, Skip.
No, not me. Not
What?
me. Miss
Oh,
Henry.
Miss Henry?
Yeah, let her say something about a car show that she has coming up.
Oh, shoot. Fire away.
Yeah.
Let me unmute you. Can you unmute yourself? Or no? There
Yeah,
you go.
you have me muted, but that's cool. Hey,
Sorry.
October the 31st, we're having an all-female.
Okay, I'll finish it for her. October 31st, which is Halloween, she's doing an all-female car show. Doesn't matter what type of car, it's all female.
Excuse me?
October the 31st,
female.
On Halloween, she's doing an all-female car show. That's what she wanted to get out before she got cut off.
Wait, so the guys can come, but we just can't enter?
Yes, just like we did with the kids, come out and support.
We can come out and support. Okay, make that clear.
Yeah, but it's an all-female car show because, like we all just hit on earlier, most of these car shows are aimed towards the men.
Yeah,
shit, we should have lived with that.
Because we're gonna have a costume contest, so dress up in your costume. It's gonna be on Halloween, so let's have fun with it.
You definitely got to come back before that to talk more about it. So,
okay,
there you go.
Oh yeah,
there you go.
All right.
But I wanted her to get that out there, which I knew about it, but I wanted her to say it since she's here.
Thank y'all for having me, and I will see you all out there in the car show world. Because
Miss Amy, we gonna see you for head to head versus street execs, correct?
Hey, I'm ready for that, but not on the 8th though. Hey, you got
No, we're gonna push it back. We're gonna get all the details. Head to head.
I got about 5 of them myself, so let me
God damn it. Damn it, man.
I got about 5 of them myself.
Damn it, man. NASCAR needs to step it up because they got some heat. I already know.
Let me tell you what else we're doing. We're doing Atlanta versus Macon. I think it's on the 14th or something. So I'm taking them all there too. Thread have reached out to me, say, "Hey, look, we got to do Atlanta versus Macon, so we're going there."
You know, I saw that flyer. Yeah. Okay.
I'm excited about that one too, so we're going.
Yep.
Wow.
Got to go.
Okay.
Show them who the A is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know you get to make it in like 45 minutes. You know that. So
yeah, that's okay. It's cool. We still gonna go.
So
right. That's
no, she said she can get there. She said she can get there in 45 minutes.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I can't wait to get there for them. Exactly.
Right, they want us, we coming.
That's right.
Yep.
Well, this ain't your first time taking a call out though. This ain't Miss Henry. Let's go back about 7-8 years. This ain't your first time taking a call out in the state though. Remember Savannah?
Remember when we went to Hinesville? Oh
yeah.
my God. We went to Hinesville, Georgia, because this guy called me out, me and Skip. When we got there, he didn't even show up. We had to call him on the phone and say, "Hey, where are you? We're here." He brought that pink. It was pink, Skip. Pink,
oranges pink.
Yeah, something, whatever it was. Everybody just like, "Oh man, where you going with that?" So yeah, we did that. We went all the way to Hinesville for that.
Yeah, he thought since he was in the country town, he could call out Atlanta. So we got Miss Henry and Money and David and a bunch of us got on the road and went down there.
Wow.
Yeah. So
okay. So in closing, any final thoughts? Anything y'all want to get off your chest before we get up out of here?
No, I just want y'all to buy a house for me because it's a seller's market right now.
Lord, she want all the money.
I will help you because I need more agents. I have 4 now, but I need more. So hey, come help me make this money because I'm going.
She already married the money, and she trying to really marry money.
Yeah. Don't stop. It don't stop.
That's right. She got 15 cars. Where you think that money come from?
Thank you.
Yeah, Miss Timmy, I just need to test out.
You make $8,000. You don't want to stop. You want to keep going. Or 10,000. However,
it is a buyer's market right now.
Huh?
No, it's not a buyer's market. It's a seller's market.
I mean, a seller's market. I'm sorry. You're right.
No, it's a buyer's market.
It's a seller's market, and I got buyers. So hey, let's get it.
And if you want to sell some of your cars, used cars are going too.
Okay.
There it is.
It's now the time to sell.
It is.
From 15 down to 7.
Like, okay. The Chrysler was gone for 2 years and 1 month to somebody that was highly recommended to me, and he didn't do what he needed to do to it. So now I'm having to get it done here in our shop. So, and it's working out. So, yeah, 2 years and it's still not complete. So, but hey, I just want my car.
But it's nasty. What he did do is nasty.
Yeah, that's my baby. So,
All right. Well, we appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all, ladies. You guys are trailblazers. You guys are pioneers. We want you guys to keep pushing forward. And like I always say, Atlanta CarCast is here to promote the culture, push it forward, and to give the roses and the flowers to everybody who deserves them. And all of you beautiful ladies really, really do deserve them. So we're going to see y'all in the streets. Show's going to go back to regular schedule stuff next week. So it's going back to Friday next week because I got to be in Michigan. It's my son's birthday on Saturday. Happy birthday to him. Salute to him. My junior.
Happy birthday.
So we've been moving around. So MJ, that's my Mr. Junior. We was in Miami last weekend. That's his name, for real. His name is MJ. Then we're gonna be in Michigan. We're gonna be cruising through Chicago and stuff like that. And then we're gonna come right back. But the show must go on no matter where we at in the country. We always gonna come back here for the culture. Salutes to all my hosts that be going through all this stuff with us. Everybody, all the guests, everybody's been great. You know, we correspond to everybody. I really, really appreciate everybody supporting us. And we're gonna see y'all next week. Anything else before we play the music?
Thanks for having us.
Skip,
Thanks for having me.
Love all y'all.
Ladies, we appreciate y'all.
Have a good night.
Tia dropped one of them expensive earrings and then she stepped on it, so she had to go because she.
I know she bad.
Hey, we gonna see y'all next week.
Take care, everybody.
We can talk to the music, log off. You know what I'm saying? This is how we do. We see y'all next week, next Friday, 9 p.m. Atlanta CarCast. We do it for the city. We do it for the culture. Y'all know what we do. My man Hulk, my man Skip. Y'all go get some trophies from him. Go get some houses from Miss Hemi. Go get some cars from Beast Mode. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got something. Go get some butter and some lotions and all that stuff that Almonds got going on. And yeah, we're gonna check y'all out.